Proceeding to our next chapter, today we will focus on the chapter. Its name is Our Changing Earth. Now, once we are aware about various part of the Earth, here we are talking about various how our Earth is taking shape. The lithosphere is broken into number of plates known as lithospheric plates. This is plate tectonic which is being introduced here. Plate tectonic. Don't get if you don't understand the concept, just hear what it is. We will talk about in detail about them. Here it is the introduction of the topic. So, because of the movement of, so for example, we saw the Earth. Earth has a liquid magma. Over there are plates which are floating. So these plates are called lithospheric plates, and that movement is called plate movements. For basic understanding, this movement of magma inside the Earth gives a circular manner as shown in the activity. The movement of these plates causes changes to the surface of the Earth. The Earth movements are divided into on the basis of forces which cause them. The forces which are act in the interior of the Earth are called endogenic forces, and the forces that work on the surface of the Earth called exogenic. Endogenic is inside the Earth, exogenic is outside the Earth. Now the Earth movement have we can distribute Earth movement into two categories, endogenic and exogenic. Now let us say endogenic. So there are certain forces, earthquake, volcano, landslide. Endogenic are diastrophic forces, building mountains. Exogenic are erosional and depositional, river, wind, sea waves, glaciers. They are outside. Now, here, the structure of a volcano is also given in this diagram. If you can clearly remember this, this will be a great help for you in the answer writing. So you see that this is the crust, this is the mantle in the earth surface. This is magma. Okay, magma is going through. These are the vents. On the top is the crater. And the hot magma, when it comes out of the earth in front of atmosphere, is called lava. There is also introduction of earthquake and various parts of earthquake. So wherever there is the vibrations are called earthquake. The place on the crust where the movement start is called focus. The place on the crust, that is the part of the lithosphere. The place on the surface above the focus is called the epicenter. Whatever you see in front of your eyes in the lithosphere, that is called as epicenter. And vibration travel outward from the epicenter as waves. Greatest damage usually closest to the epicenter, and the strength of the earthquake decreases. So because it is spreading like a wave, the epicenter, which is on the earth surface, like cities, they we would have heard that there was an earthquake in Delhi which happened, and the Kabul was the epicenter. So you see that Kabul has the worst thing, but because of the wave has transmitted and the impact has happened till Delhi. So if we go to the epicenter and below that in the crust where the earthquake has started, the seismic origin that place is called focus. Okay. So then there are other aspect of earthquake which we need to know is the P waves, longitudinal waves, S waves, and L waves. Three types of wave which start when the earthquake starts. We'll talk more about them as we know about them later. But here, do understand the earthquake, and there's a little mention as a disaster. Now, we spoke of earthquake. Now, let us another part. Now, the chapter focuses on the major landforms. Exogenic is on the surface of the earth. So, what are the various landforms? River, how the river flows. The river weathering is the breakup of the rocks on the Earth's surface. Erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by differing agents of like water and air, wind, ice. So if you see today from top of photos of the river plain, you will realize how the river moves. The river's entire movement is called as floodplain, but not entirely everywhere will be water. Water will be at a certain places, that is the river edge, and wherever the water turns, it is called meandering. But many places, water, because of this movement of water, this is happening. Water will remain like isolated, and that is called as oxbow lake. And you will see this depositions of sand happens in the floodplain, which is called as leaves. So these are the features of floodplain. And when you see any image of Ganges, you will realize how cleanly all these features are explained. There's also mention of, as a GK, of the highest waterfall is Angel Falls in Venezuela in South America, and the other waterfalls are Niagara Falls located in Canada and USA, North America, and Victoria Falls in border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, Africa. So geography wise, GK wise, there are few names, so you need to remember them. Then it is also various landforms. Another landform is made by the sea arches and sea caves. This you can see in, you can see in, basically in the Britain or UK Isles. You will see a lot of such things. Sea arches, stacks. In the sea, there will be landform due to the sea waves. And similarly, at glaciers, you will see ice glaciers. These are the ice glaciers. Ice glaciers movement has created such pathways. So this landscape is called by glacier moraines and by sand dunes. So these are certain parts. So here, this chapter is over. Again, this is a very basic chapter. If I have to summarize this chapter, so the Earth crust is divided into lithospheric plates that are large and rigid. These plates move due to movement of molten magma inside the Earth. This is the plate tectonics, which is introduced in the chapter. The magma moves in a circular manner, convection currents, similar to the activity of heating water in a break beaker. Type of Earth movement: endogenic forces, internal forces, that is sudden movements like earthquake, volcanoes, landslide. Diastrophic movement like building of mountains, formation of continents, which you will read ahead in the lessons. Exogenic forces responsible for erosions and deposits, and agents, rivers, sea waves, winds, glaciers, earthquakes, caused by the movement of lithospheric plates. Focus: the point inside the earth where the earthquake originates, epicenter. The point on the earth's surface directly above this focus where the impact is strongest. Seismic waves: P waves, primary waves, longitudinal and travel fast. S waves, secondary waves, transfer slower than the P waves. L waves, surface waves, cause most destruction. Measuring earthquakes: seismograph instrument used to measure earthquakes. Richter scale, barely felt, is less than 2. Between 5 and 6, you can see the damage, and 7 or more is the major earthquake. Now, for earthquake as a disaster, there is a lot of preparedness which is mentioned. Another part of is about learning about volcano. Here, there's a good photograph which shows the various part of volcano. It is the molten lava, ash, gases, crater, magma chamber, vent. A major landform formed by different agents, the work of a river, waterfalls forms a river flow over hard rock and falls steeply. Meanders, large bend in river formed due to erosion and deposition. Oxbow Lake, when a meander loop gets cut off from the main river. Floodplain formed by river deposition during floods. Levees, raised river banks. Delta, a triangular form of landform at the river's mouth where sediments are deposited. Work of sea waves, sea caves, sea arches, stacks, sea cliffs, beaches. Works of glaciers, glacial moraines. Work of wind, mushroom rocks, sand dunes, and loess. So, the thing which we see here is that I would suggest go through the MCQs, complete your MCQs, and then run through the chapter again. So, this is about the chapter 3. Thank you.